Hey friends, it's Peggy Hall back with you from thehealthyamerican.org. I am really skating on some thin ice here because YouTube is really turning up the censorship again. It's really amazing to me that there are so many videos that I see on this platform where people speak freely, where they criticize the government, where they criticize the doctors, where they criticize the protocol that was handled during or sloshed all over us with all of this hogwash. There are some well-known comedians who are able to basically get away with anything, and I criticized can I even say it, democracy, and my video was completely cut off and I had to do a part 2. So the real battle, and I said this many years ago when all of this started, the real battle is for our minds, our thoughts, and our heart, or you may call it your soul, your beliefs. And I can say this with complete accuracy because for the last several years, my husband, Pastor David, and I have helped thousands and thousands of people stand up for their religious rights in this country. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, it doesn't matter if you're an atheist in the eyes of the law. You have a right of no consent to whatever you are religiously, ethically, or morally opposed to. And I am so incensed about this censorship that is happening because at the root of it is for the government to control your thoughts. I want to pose the question, and it's this: how would you like to live in a country where there is no God? Let me do this. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to hop on over to healthwithpeggy.com. Oh, all about Health with Peggy. And one of the secrets to reducing the appearance of aging is to consider your collagen levels. When your collagen levels decline, as they naturally do with age, your skin gradually begins to show those aging signs like fine lines, wrinkles, and more. And that's why I highly recommend including collagen in your daily regimen. And I love this ageless multi-collagen that you can get at healthwithpeggy.com. It provides the 5 critically important types of collagen to support skin elasticity and hydration. One easy to take scoop a day is all you need to help reduce the appearance of wrinkles. So I would love for you to try it today, friends. Go here, healthwithpeggy.com. You can see in the headline, you get up to 53% off the original price. And they also offer several additional free bonuses. It's a money back guarantee. And I would love for you to go to healthwithpeggy.com, or you can click in the description box below for my special link. Friends, we are talking about living in a country or living with a government that does not allow God. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, in my view, it has to do with censorship. I recently read a book by Yeonmi Park, who is a young woman that escaped North Korea. And she has a YouTube channel, and she speaks, and she has been telling people about the horrors of that country and really offering a warning to Americans to not get too comfortable with freedom. Now, I do have some issues with the book because I can't help it. And I know you healthy Americans have that same gift of discernment. And sometimes you just can't take things at face value, and you need to go a little more and determine whether or not what you're reading sits well. The reason I say this is, I would say 80% of that book was great. There were some things that I took issue with. And one of the things, which is understandable, since this young woman was from North Korea and they have no religion other than their dear leader, she never once mentions God in that book. She never mentions anything about having a creator. It is really striking to me that that was completely left out. It's understandable, because she also came from a country where there were no words for love or freedom. So certainly there would be no concept of, I don't know about a concept, but it seems as though there would be no freedom of worship. And freedom of worship, I mean, obviously there isn't, but it's curious to me that coming to this country where there are so many religions, and I would say religion and faith and your own God-given conscience are so primary to our way of living here. It's just interesting to me that she never mentioned that in her book. And it's troubling to me not the book so much, but it's troubling to me that this country is moving in that direction of not mentioning God, of not allowing people to voice, and not just voice, but to express and to live according to their religious beliefs. I made a list of what it would be like to live without faith, to live without God, to eliminate religion from a country. And it's very, very troubling to me. So actually, let me start with the opposite. I'm going to talk about my faith, and I'm going to talk about the areas that allow me to live with optimism and hope and confidence and determination and cheerfulness and gratitude and joy. And these things are rooted in my faith. They are rooted, and when I say my faith, it's not an organized religion. It's just my belief in God. It's not even a belief, it's a knowing that I was created by God, as were you, as a unique individual with gifts and talents to share, with a purpose for your life. And knowing that my life is not just a random happenstance and I'm just a collection of cells that just occurred. This is what helps to give my life meaning. So here are things, concepts and principles and characteristics, I would say, in my life that come from my belief in my Creator. So I have a life that is full of hope. Okay, these are concepts that are a part of me because of my knowledge in my Creator and my purpose of life. So hope, life itself, family, truth, meaning, love, protection, guidance, inspiration, ethics, morals, rights, peace. Did I mention truth? So I was just journaling and writing down all of these concepts and all of these attributes that I derive from my belief in God. And then I went to the opposite. So if the government wants to eliminate religion, I'm just using that word, it simply means your belief. Then instead of having hope, you have despair. Instead of having life, you have the government. Instead of being creative, there's destruction. Instead of being with, I also mentioned family, relying on the government, then you're isolated. Instead of truth, you swap that out for lies. Instead of love, there is hate. Instead of protection, feeling like you have divine protection and guidance, you have fear. Instead of guidance, you have confusion. Instead of inspiration, you have depression. Instead of morals and ethics, you have depravity. Instead of rights, you have enslavement. Instead of order, you have chaos. Instead of truth, I mentioned that when you have lies, instead of peace, you have anxiety and turmoil and anguish. So it's not surprising to me that the government wants to remove our ability to express our religious beliefs, observance, our rights, and they want to squelch that under the name of safety, under the name of, well, you shouldn't do that in the public square, it should be private. And your beliefs are trampling on my fear, right? They didn't like it when I said that I worship God by breathing, because they, meaning the clerk at Trader Joe's, the doctor, the grocery store clerk, the airline attendant that wouldn't let me fly, they said that my religious beliefs were a threat to someone else. This is why I will never stop talking about this. It is something that I've noticed, the pattern of censorship that I'm experiencing here on YouTube, on Facebook. A couple of years ago, PayPal took down my account. Venmo has banned me. Vimeo, which is a much lesser known video platform, completely took down. I had about 10 or 12 years worth of videos in my health and wellness business. All of those were removed. Even BitChute was censoring my videos, putting up a video that I hadn't uploaded because the one that I didn't meet their approval. So like so many of you, I have been censored. This channel, it's actually stunning. I see my subscriber numbers going down, and why is that? Most YouTube channels, the subscriber count is increasing because every day a new person sees your video. My videos are not even shown to you, my subscribers. How many of you have told me I don't get notices? Oh, this wasn't in my queue. Friends, I upload or do a live stream every single day, Monday through Friday. So look for those videos because I am broadcasting, but I am being shadow banned. Now they don't outright, I have not been outright, having off this platform, although I have over the years have gotten a strike where you can't upload for a week and then you can't upload for 2 weeks. And it really does make a difference, especially when I am providing content daily. So it's very strange that I somehow have gotten on this, maybe it's not strange because I'm speaking the truth, but I've gotten on this hit list where my content is not being seen, it's not being promoted, and I don't even believe the number count. So many of you have shown me, and I even have several pictures of it, where it will say 0 comments, but then I have all of these comments listed there. So I don't believe any of that, number stuff that's going on this platform whatsoever. I have endeavored to stay on this platform because at least by what YouTube's telling me, I have 171,000 subscribers. So I want to bring these messages to you. I am on all of the other channels. I'm on Rumble, I'm on Brighteon, I'm on BitChute. I do have a private channel called PeggyHall.tv. I want to get my messages out, and I am standing up against this censorship. We're on very thin ice here, friends. And I know that many of you have had your accounts disabled on this platform, and you don't even have a channel. You're just putting a comment and you found out that you were banned. So this is their end game: controlling our thoughts, controlling our beliefs, controlling what we can say, what we can write. I did do a video last week celebrating the, no, not Pride Month. I've done many videos about that, but I did a video last week celebrating the Supreme Court rulings in terms of, and there were a couple this year. One was about the website designer could not be compelled. It was illegal for her to be compelled to create speech that she didn't believe in. And then previously, there was a case where the wedding cake designer also, it was found that it was illegal and unconstitutional for her to be compelled to write something on a cake that she didn't believe in. She was not allowing those customers to use her services. She had all sorts of cakes and everything that people could buy, but she drew the line at not drawing on a cake, saying something that she didn't believe in. So we have got to protect this, my friends. And I am so grateful for you being on this channel. I would love for you to share this video. Let's try to break this algorithm stranglehold that I have on this channel. I want you to make sure that you are still subscribed, maybe resubscribe, and ring that little bell or whatever the case is. I don't even like to ask for people to comment, like, and share because it seems so trivial and trite, but apparently that's what needs to be done. And the other thing I want to let you know is that I am a part of this End of Cooties Summit that's coming up. And I've been talking about this program because I'm a part of it. And I have interviewed some of those that are being presenters. And you probably are like me, you want to shut the door on those chapters, but it's very important that we understand that these bad guys probably have something else up their sleeves. So it's a good idea to glean as much as possible in terms of what you can do to be prepared for the next sloshing of hogwash. I want to encourage you to sign up so that you can, at the very least, see my presentation where I do a summary of, it's actually an interview. And I talk about what I went through, how I helped people and what my vision is for the future. So if you sign up for that, and I have a link for you below, before Monday, or let's say by the end of Monday, I am going to select a healthy American to receive a complimentary one-on-one phone call with me for 25 minutes. I normally have that as a professional service, and it's a few $100s. So I would love for you to be that lucky, healthy American, and I can have a phone call with you, answer your questions, talk about the future, talk about the past, talk about whatever hardships you've been through. If you need coaching on any of these legal issues, of course, I'm not an attorney. I did a video about that recently, but I am up on the law, and I would love to share with you my strategies, approaches, and pitfalls to avoid. So if you are interested, all you need to do is go to the link below and then click on that to go to this online summit where I will be presenting along with about 90 other people. Frankly, I'm not going to listen to all 90. I don't have time, but I will pick and choose those that I'm interested in. And I would love for you to hear my presentation. And then I would also love for you to be one of the lucky winners